All right, so we are back with the Ultra tiers of this. If I lose, I take the opponent's Pokemon. This was quite the chaos. So this is part one of two, maybe three. Bit of spoilers. There's a lot of battles. So you notice this one is actually not my team from last time. I did make a little bit of blunder. I just kind of, as I was doing a double battle before this, and I just kind of was like, okay, no big deal. But I couldn't quit out because it would like lower my rank. So I was like, you know what? Let's just see if I lose this or if I win this. And yeah, so basically, so I sent out a Scissor to battle against Glimora. Glimora can't really do anything to Scissor, so it can only try to wear me down with the bullet, with the spiky shield. I mean, half damage with an ancient power is not bad, but obviously it's not going to ox beam me and take me out because I'm just bullet punch Scissor, technician twisted. It's pretty good. One of the pretty solid Pokemon Scissor. So yeah, so then they send out another bat, and I'm like, okay, well, there's not really much I can do here. None of my other team members want to swap into a Noibat. So I have Garchomp and I have Venusaur, as you saw there. So none of them really want to take a hit from Noibat. So I'm like, okay, then just hit it with Bullet Punch, just get as much damage as I can, and he uses it. Like, alright, perfect. He's using a Fire type move. We can work with this. So then I decide to send out Venusaur, because Mega Venusaur has a special ability called Thick Bat. So Thick Bat prevents half the damage from fire and ice type moves, so therefore my Venusaur takes this regular damage instead of super effective damage, making Mega Venusaur a very tanky mon. So unless this Noibat uses a flying type move, I should be okay. So yeah, see, Venusaur takes very little damage from that. Clutch Bomb, which just KO it. Quick stun out, a few Pokemon down, one left to go. And then they send out Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is a fairy type, so one Slash Bomb does the job. Use a Sucker Punch, gets me real quick. Clutch Bomb, it takes it out. So pretty quick, simple battle. I know it's not with Steam. I could have just taken this out, but I'm trying to be honest here. I did cheat a little. Hopefully it doesn't turn you away from the rest of those battles. But yeah, so next, yeah, see, so because I'm like on a hot win streak right here, so I'm like, oh dang, this isn't the team. And then this is like when I realized, oh, this isn't team. So then I corrected the team, and yeah, so see, I'm still on a 4-win streak. They're on a 3-win streak, so it's like, all right, we're going for the win streak here. So they send out Pelipper. They send out Pitbull, and I send out Venusaur. I have a lot of experience. Oh, it's actually Zoroark. I confused myself. So I send out Zoroark. I use Hyper Voice. They use U-turn, so my Zoroark gets revealed. So my Zoroark gets revealed, and they go back to the trainer. What's the name of the trainer? Sanki? Sanma? I don't know, one of those. Tell me which one's correct. My Japanese reading is not very good anymore. I have not practiced in a long time. I should practice again. So then they make a move there to Swampert, which is perfectly fine. They decide to take out my Zoroark. It's a way to use Wave Crash. They take out my Zoroark, but I have Mega Venusaur in the back, so it's perfectly fine. Mega Venusaur beats Mega Swampert 9 out of 10 times. Pretty easily, honestly. So I send out Mega Venusaur. I'm like, okay, well, whatever they send out, if they decide to send out Pelipper, I'll be okay. If they decide to use Ice Punch, I'm okay because of Thick Bat. If they decide to somehow KO me, that's okay because it's going to be very hard. It's very hard to take out Mega Venusaur with Swampert. So I use Giga Drain. I take almost all of his its HP away, and I'm back to full. So yeah, so pretty handily, easy win. Yeah, so then they decide to send out Archuludon. Archuludon is another Pokemon that struggles against Mega Venusaur in the right settings. In the right settings, I mean, look at that. 1 Earth Power takes half of his HP. Stamina boost is doesn't matter if they get stamina boost. Flash Cannon doesn't do a lot, so another pretty easy win. So overall, the last battle didn't really matter, but that is hindsight, unfortunately. But we're just gonna move forward from that. The last battle didn't happen here, so now I'm on a 5-win streak. Yeah, so Archuludon goes down. I'm on a 5-win streak. Oh, they still have Pelipper. So Pelipper comes out. I have my Mega Venusaur and use a Giga Drain and takes it out. Pretty nice, done and simple. So far, so good. We're winning. We're doing pretty well. We're making our way through Pokeball. I'm like, okay, yeah, this team's got the groove. Let's see how far we can go. Let's see if this is a team that's going to make it to Masterball. So I did this guy, Sanma, I don't know. So make it a great rank 3 and like almost halfway to rank 3. It's pretty good, doing pretty well. So then this team, so I decided to bring Sylveon, Venusaur, and Swampert. So I'm not gonna say this guy's name because if you can tell, it's kind of be misleading. So I sent out Swampert against their Grimmsnarl. Their Grimmsnarl decides to do what Grimmsnarl does best, and that is be a nuisance. Grimmsnarl's gonna be a nuisance, so they finish my Swampert, which is fine. I decide to go into Mega Venusaur. So I'm like, okay, I gotta take down this Grimmsnarl as fast as possible and say there's a problem. So I'm gonna shut down my team. So then I send out Venusaur and they set up a Reflect. Alright, that's okay. Not a problem. There's a special attacker, they set up Reflect. They just keep going. So I Mega Evolve and then Sludge Bomb. So I Mega Evolve and then they set up the... It's got a little longer. My narration's going. So they set up Light Screen. So yeah, so they set up the Light Screen. So then that obviously stops lowers the damage of the Sludge Bomb at the 55. I was hoping for a poison, but I did not get it, unfortunately. They use Parting Shot, and then they go back to the trainer. Okay, all right. So now they sent out the Gargonacle. What's Gargonacle? Oh no, I'm gonna tell you that. So I use Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, I don't get no poison or nothing. They have leftovers, so you already see this Gargonacle is tanky. They're meant to do one thing alone, tank. So I sent out Swampert again. And then they decide to do Salt Cure. The Salt Cure is very good into water and ghost types because it does extra damage to them. Leftover, so it's back to full health. So I basically did nothing the last 2 turns. So my Swampert's hurt by Salt Cure. So then I decide to go back into Mega Venusaur. Because again, Salt Cure just does a lot more damage to water types and to other types. So I go back into Venusaur. They use Protect, so it would have been a wasted turn. I was just taking damage for no reason. So I decide to check. They have 1 turn of Light Screen left. Alright, no problem. I misclicked and I pressed Sludge Bomb. I misclicked there. Unfortunately, I still didn't get the poison off, which is unfortunate. But they heal almost back to full again. so I'm just taking damage. So yeah, so then they decide to, so then here I go for Giga Drain. I was like, okay, what's gonna help my longevity? And Giga Drain does some solid damage, like 30%, which is not bad. It's gonna take 4 hits to KO this Garganacl, but it's not bad. It could be worse. There's Earthquake, there's some decent damage, but overall I should be a net positive with the Giga Drain healing me back up. So they Talkyr keeps taking some of my HP, and so I'm like, alright, well I gotta keep going offensive. Like I can't let this. So they use Protect, so that's the thing. Protect is gonna stall me out a lot more. So yeah, so I use Giga Drain, it fails because of the Protect. So use Leftovers, they're back to like 74%, 76. Talkyr's still taking my health, but I still get more back than I'm losing with this with the Giga Drain. It's not really a problem. So then their Reflect wears out. So next turn their Light Stream wears out. So we should be okay. So they withdraw. They send out Grimmsnarl again because they gotta set up their screens again because that's what they need to do. They need the screens in order to sort of to beat me out. Right? That's their game plan. Screens, tank, stall out with the Softer. Which is fine. It's fine. That's a game plan. It's not a great game. It's not the best game plan, but it's a game plan. So here they use Stakeout for some extra damage. You know, they flinch me. It's not a problem. But they are limited in the time because I am able to just use what's it called? Sludge Bomb, which the Grimmsnarl is low. So therefore I'm able to take out the Grimmsnarl. So now they only were able to set up the light screen. So that means my physical attackers are perfectly okay to come out and attack. Next they send out they decide to send out their Raichu. Raichu is a problem. you guys know how many Raichus are in freaking ladder? Like, oh my gosh. There's so many Raichus. There's so many Raichus. Like, wow. Let's send out Swampert again. And I'm like, okay, well, I just need to tank out their Saturn or Botak or whatever it's going to be. Because at that point, there's no real way for me to know if it's Y or X. It's 9 out of 10 times it's Y, but that's okay. Because Swampert takes a lot of damage. So Swampert's effectively down because there's just Raichu's just way faster than a Swampert. There's just no way around that. Swampert just, and Focus Blast not gonna miss because he has like no guard or whatever. The Swampert's down. He did his job. Alright, cool. So now I sent out Sylveon. So I'm like, alright, well I need to tank a couple hits. I need to like lower its attack. So then I go for Mystical Fire, they go for Sap Cannon. It's like, alright, I survived pretty decent health. I survived with like 50% HP at the boys. Solid damage. Not a lot, but it does some damage. I get some health back with the Shell Bell. I go for Draining Kiss for more sustainability. I'm like, alright, I need more sustainability. That's not really getting me back a lot of health. I use Draining Kiss. I'm like, alright. I'm like, okay, 20%. Not bad. I get a third of that. Then I get some Shell Bell damage. Like another third. So what? Another 20. And then, I mean, unfortunately, my Sylveon just lower because it's paralyzed. So therefore, the Sap Cannon takes me out. It's like, alright, well, I have Venusaur and I have to take out a Raichu and a Garganacl. Alright, so I'm trying to delay as many turns as possible because of the light screen. So then I go for Earth Power, Sap Cannon. Hurts me, but I tank that, no problem. I get paralyzed. It's like, alright, cool, you know, no worries. I get paralyzed. I have my controller, so I was definitely not meant to win this battle. My controller disconnected. That's how bad the paralysis was. My controller disconnected. So then they use Sap Cannon again, because obviously my Venusaur just can't tank 2 hits. It could tank 1, but not 2 hits. If I had not gotten paralyzed that turn, I probably would have won. And then I lost to this guy. So that's our first loss. So we go back to rank. So we're still in rank 3, which is not bad, but you know, it's just a defeat, which is unfortunate. So now this battle, it is against this person. So this person, you can see this person was interesting because they were not even playing. I guess they just had some like controller to press A every once in a while or whatever. But they were not playing. They stalled me out. They tried. I guess they win by stalling people out because they literally went to timer. Every single one of their moves went to timer. See, they were 8 for 2. So they literally didn't. They weren't even under control. I have no idea why they were even connected. I have no idea because I wasn't even a losing streak. I had just lost 1, but we're back up too. So we're back up. So we're net positive still. So now this next battle, I bring in Snorlax. So let's see this battle against this Korean player. No idea who their name is. It's an Archaludon. That's an Zoroark. So alright, cool. Zoroark into Archaludon is always pretty good, pretty solid, because it's a special attacker, and it's a physical tank, and I'm hitting them with special attacks. Like, alright, cool, perfect. So then they use their white herb. They use the Draco Meteor, so now their special attack is down. Which is perfectly fine by me. Taking out to Sash. Again, perfectly fine. Bitter Malice is just really good into, any special attacker is pretty good into Archaludon. So that's pretty good. The Zoroark solution wears off. I use Bitter Malice. And I failed to take it out. I got a low roll. I got a very low roll. So then Draco Meteor takes on Zoroark because it's a 1 HP. Literally Tickle won't take it out. But a Tickle will take it out. It could even have used Splash and it would have taken it out. So I send out my Raichu. I'm like, alright, well, let's get this set up. Might as well. So then I do not Mega Evolver to distract them, because then I missed. I failed to take out an Archaludon. This Archaludon is so heavy that it fails to. It was not taken out by a Grass Knot. So I took unnecessary damage from my Raichu because I'm like, I don't need one to a Mega Evolver because I want to remain hidden what it is. I mean, now it's obvious that it's a special attacker because I use a special attack move. So, anyways, I wanted to keep it hidden as much as possible. That way they couldn't really plan around it. But, so they send out Garchomp. I Mega Ball. I'm like, alright, cool. I go for Focus Blast because Sap Cannon can't do anything. Clearly, Grass Knot ain't gonna do anything. They just failed to take on Archaludon that was like on 5 HP. So you Focus Blast, hoping for a crit or something. 13%, at least with 13%, I did actually get the crit. So I was hoping the crit would take it out, unfortunately didn't. So when Raichu goes down, it's like, alright, dang it. So now I'm down 2 Pokemon. I only have the Swampert left. I'm like, okay, nope, that's fine. We can still make a comeback somehow. I'm hoping at least I can make a comeback because Garchomp is low HP. Hopefully my Swampert doesn't take much damage from it. So then use Outrage. That does a lot of damage. It does like 75% of my HP. So the Citrus Berry kicks in, puts me back to almost half. Rough Skin, I got a crit. Rough Skin takes me down back to below half. So we are doing okay. So we have half HP. We send out Basculegion. Alright, well this is over. Because obviously Basculegion is probably scarred. It outspeeds me. And yeah, so then I unfortunately just lost. I just couldn't do anything with that Basculegion, which is too powerful. Which is okay. we were winning too much, so we needed to change up the team a little bit. We had to change the team up a little bit. We were just winning too much. So then this battle, this is against Eileen. They have a Cherish Ball. So they send out Sneasler. And I send out Sork. So again, this guy's just Raichu. Again, Sork is very good lead between the most common threats in the format. Because they try to hit for physical or with normal type moves, because Fake Out is a very good priority move. But they're not able to really do anything against my Sneasler. Against my Sork, because they just can't. They miss a turn, so my Sork can just take them out. Use Direct Claw, which is fine. Direct Claw could have done something because it can paralyze, poison, or put me to sleep. So, Direct Claw was probably their best choice at that moment. But nothing happens, so another bit of Malice, and there's Sneasler turns out. So, alright, cool. My Sork is still up, he didn't lose that much health. It'll still go down to whatever hit, but it will be okay. So they send out Raichu. Like, alright, so this is the Cherish Bomb that they had. So this is the gift Raichu that the game gave them. So then they decide to Mega Evolve it, of course. So communicating. So they obviously need some wine, like every other Raichu in the format. I think I've only saw like one X Raichu in my whole grind. Everything else was a Y Raichu, which is crazy. It's crazy how one Raichu is as fast as superior than the other one. Then I send out my own Raichu. So like, well, at least let's get some damage on it. We gotta get damage on it. Doesn't really matter. I'm using Y as well, but I did lose to Raichu Y, so that's why I don't have to use it. I can do whatever set I want. But I try to at least be as close to the Pokemon as I can. That's just kind of one of my own rules. So they Focus Blast me, I Focus Blast back. They let me less HP than I did, so that's pretty good, pretty solid. And then here, I'm just trying to think. Like, what can I do? Do I just Focus Blast again? Hope for high speed. Unfortunately, the Raichu outspeeds me, which is unfortunate, but that is okay. It's okay. It happens. You know, I so far was not winning this guys, but so I sent out Basculegion. I'm like, all right, let's kind of go for it. You know, let's do what Basculegion does best. Choice Scarf, Last Respect. So they actually managed to outspeed me and take me out. So it's like, oh dang, that Raichu's way too fast. So this is where I ran into a problem that their team, the Pokemon I lost to, actually has the Pokemon already in my team. So like, what do I do? What do I do in order to kind of follow? Because Raichu's already on my team, I can't add it again. So I decided to add Sneasler. That's the only other Pokemon I saw in that battle that wasn't in my team. So I'm like, alright, let's go and add Sneasler. So then I battle against 2-5-2-5. They send out Kangaskhan. So then I send out Sneasler. Which is so, we just kind of send out Sneasler. I do Fake Out. You know, I just kind of shut down the Kangaskhan because Sneasler should be faster. And then like Close Protect. I'm like, let's try to get this unburdened setup as fast as possible. Kangaskhan goes down. It's like perfectly fine. So then we just kind of go for it, you know? So we took down the Kangaskhan, no problem. I get the White Herb up, so my Unburden should be active. And they send out Staraptor. Unfortunately, it does intimidate me. I go again for the close combat because I'm like, alright, you know, let's just take as much damage as I can on this Staraptor. It's not a big deal. It's probably going to be Staraptor, Mega Staraptor, which is a pretty nice shiny. I do like the shiny on it. I like the blue on contrast with the gray. It's pretty nice color. So I go for close combat. It uses Brave Bird. I'm like, alright, taking itself out, doing a lot of damage to itself, takes me out, does a lot of recoil to itself. Alright, perfect. And this is what we want. This is what we wanted. We wanted it to hurt itself. So yeah, so I mean, see that damage it did to itself? A lot of damage. So then I send out Basculegion because I'm like, this is Scarf. Let's, you know, just get it in and out. Simple and done. So I use Basculegion, flip turn. Goes back to me. So I'm like, alright, whatever it is, I'm set up. I have Righteous on this on the field. I can Mega Evolve it and I can just kind of counter whatever they have. So they have Basculegion. So it's perfect on my Righteous out on the field. I'm Mega Evolve. I'm like, I should outspeed this because the last Righteous just outsped my Basculegion. And my Basculegion was Scarf. And I'm pretty sure my Basculegion is max speed as well. So I Mega Evolve. It outsped me somehow. and yeah. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe my Basculegion is not properly trained. But my Raichu lost too. So of course Basculegion just last respects, takes me out as well. So I'm like, alright, well dang, another one that the Pokemon's already on my team. So I lost to 2-5. So far we're not doing well. So I have to add a Pokemon to my team now. So I decided to add. So yeah, so see I go down to rank 4. So we're doing bad. We're doing bad. We're on a losing streak. So I decided I can't get Kangaskhan. Because I couldn't add Basculegion, so I was like this. So I was like, let's add Kangaskhan. I don't really need another Mega on my team, but I did make it a Mega Kangaskhan because that thing's broken. So I sent out Sword. This guy's just a Basculegion. So right now that Skeletorch is just not happy that Basculegion is there because obviously it's weak to every single one of its attacks. So they send out Gyarados. Doesn't really matter because I am a Sword, so I don't really care that my attack got lowered. It's okay. I am a special attacker. I am a special attacker, so for my attack being lowered does not really matter. So I use Bitter Malice again, just trying to get that Gyarados out. I get a crit, so I barely miss a kill, 1 HP. So then Gyarados uses Earthquake, it's -2, so it doesn't do a lot of damage, which is fine, it's perfectly fine. And my illusion to my Zoroark, illusions wears off, sorry about that. Zoroark's illusion wears off, and I use Bitter Malice again, and I take down the Gyarados, I believe. That communicating thing haunts my life. I swear to you guys. How did I miss this one? So I use Bitter Malice to take on the Gyarados. I try to edit as many of them as I could. There is so much footage, I probably miss a couple of them here and there. Like for example right here. Could have probably edited this part out. But there's just so many. So they send out Skeletorch again. I believe this is a Chinese player. Based on the characters that their names are in. They send out Skeletorch. It's not a problem. I use Bitter Malice. I'm like, alright, well, it doesn't really care because it's a special attacker, but it takes a lot of damage from it, which is fine. It's perfect. The Citrus Berry, and then he uses Torch Song. To take me out. It fails to take me out. Special attack rises, and then I use Bitter Malice again. Skeletorch goes down, so that's 2 Pokemon down. My Sword, which is great. We're doing great. I still have all 3 Pokemon, and I can make a game plan against whatever last Pokemon we have. So then they decide to send out King Gambit. King Gambit is a pain. I cannot do anything to it. I'm here, so my mindset was thinking they're gonna do Sucker Punch. I'm like, alright, they're gonna play Sucker Punch thing. So I decide to Nasty Plot. And then alright, well they're like, hey, I read them. So I'm like, well they're not gonna do it twice in a row. They did it twice in a row. I guess they didn't really have a reason to not Sucker Punch. So it's either their Supreme Overlord and everything, but I was like, you know what? They're not gonna do it twice in a row. There ain't no way. Then I sent out Kangaskhan. I'm like, alright, not a big deal. I Mega Evolve it. I'm like, let's just get damage on it. As much damage as I can on it as possible. So I go for Mega Kangaskhan. I fake out, so that's 1-2 hits, does almost no damage. But it does hit twice with the parental ball. Kingambit flinches. None of my moves can really do anything to it, so I'm like, alright, let's just go for damage. Get as much damage as I can. So then that way my Legion can just come in and take it out. So it goes speed, so body slam, doesn't paralyze it. I was like, alright, whatever. It uses Kotal Cleave. Does some solid damage, so like, whoop, I can get one more hit in. It uses Sucker Punch, takes me out. So right now this Kingambit is in major pain. So I'm like, alright, well, it's not gonna go for Sucker Punch, is it? So I decided to go for Wave Cash. So I only have attacking moves, so I have to go for an attack. It uses Sucker Punch, it takes me out. Dash Legion fails to take out another Pokemon. And yeah, so I lost to this Chinese guy. Unfortunately, so no problem. So now I have to add Kingambit into the team because Kingambit is not a Pokemon that I had on my team. So you see, I'm going lower and lower. I use as you can see, I brought Kingambit into the team. So I right through Kingambit and Zoroark into this battle. I believe this is another Chinese guy from what I can read from their name. They sent out Zoroark. They sent out they sent out Samurai. I sent out Zoroark. I'm confusing my Pokemon here. So I can go for Nasty Plant. I'm like, alright, this Nasty Plant, let's set up. It was dangerous because they could just use a fighting type move. A dark type move, like Seize Best Edge. But they didn't, so I got really lucky there that they decided to use Sacred Sword, so I was able to take down the Samurott into the Sash. I was like, alright, cool, awesome. So I use Razor Shell, they break my disguise, put my Zoroark at 7 HP. So not a lot of HP. I decided to keep going for Hyper Voice. They use Sucker Punch. Unfortunately, there's just nothing I could have really done there. I had to attack. My Zoroark did what it needed to do. Got damage. It prevented him from setting up spikes or anything like that. So, perfectly fine. So here, there's Raichu. So I think one thing I should have probably done with this Raichu is instead of Protect, probably Fake Out. But here, I see that they're using Sucker Punch. I'm like, they're probably going to use it again. So I decided to go for Protect to kind of stall out, see what they're gonna do. So yeah, so they go for Sucker Punch. I'm like, okay, well, I go for Protect again. So I'm like, I'm trying to overcome the difference from last time. I'm like, alright, twice. I read them twice. Ain't no way they're gonna go for a third time. They go for Sucker Punch a third time. So you're kidding me. Why would you do that? I guess they really had nothing to lose there. But I obviously couldn't keep going for Protect because I needed to. That's just disrespectful. They were at 1 HP, but I guess they really had nothing to lose. They're like, well, I need to get this freaking Meowth Raichu down. So then I go for Focus Blast. Masquerada outspeeds me and goes for Flower Trick. I'm like, dang it. Masquerada, it's really fast. I wonder if this one's Scarf. So it crits, that's not move always crits. So then I send out Kingambit. I'm like, alright, no problem. Kingambit. So this is a Defiant max attack, I believe. So they go for Flower Trick. They do very little damage. Crit, like always, that move always crits. I go with Kotal Cleave. 66%. So not bad, not bad. We're doing some solid damage. So I go for Kotak Leap again. My Quick Claw activates actually. And I managed to take it out. Very minimal damage to my King Habit, which is good. Which is great. Love that. And then they send out Scrafty. Scrafty. So they do Intimidate. I get a Defying boost. I go for Iron Hand because that does the most damage. I'm +1. I get a Quick Claw. They Mega Ball. So the Intimidate kicks in again. So now I am +2. I Iron Head, take it to 20%, and I fail to take it out. Uses close combat, and it takes out my King Gambit. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, my King Gambit just couldn't pull through. So now I have to add Scrafty to the team, and I am at a 5-game lose streak. 5 games I've lost in a row. I'm almost back to where I started today. So, like I said, that first battle didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I could have started here, would have made no difference. So I add Scrafty to the team. Sora, Crafty, and Basque Legion are bringing to this battle. So yeah, I'm battling Haru. I'm pretty sure this is a bot. I'm not really sure anymore. Who knows anymore what is a battle that is in this thing. I don't think there's bots in this game. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So I send out Sword again. Sword is just kind of the best lead whatsoever. Then I use Bitter Malice. Hit it with 50% of its HP. Attack falls. Use the Stealth Rocks. Like, alright, cool. Doesn't matter. The Pokemon that really cares about the rocks is already on the field because of the Sash. Everyone else, it's okay about the rocks. They're not happy about it, but they're okay. And they send out Metagross. Take a Bitter Malice to the face, and I almost take it out. Everybody prevents it from, taking lowering its attack, but that's okay. Metagross is it's a 4 HP. It's not doing much anymore. My Sash is still unbroken, so that's perfectly fine. If it hits me, my Sash is still unbroken, so that's fine. So then it goes for Earthquake. It doesn't even take me to Sash. Sword gets revealed, and I take it out with Dark Pulse. Alright, cool. Metagross is down. I shot down the biggest threat. Lumora's still there, and they have one more Pokemon. That crit did not matter whatsoever. It was like a 4 HP. So then they decide to send out their builds. This intimidates me, doesn't really matter again because I am a special attacker. So I decide to go for Bitter Malice. I'm like, let's just lower distance attack. No big deal. 40%, not bad at all. Lowers his attack. Uses Waterfall. Takes on my Sword. Perfect, fine. Simple enough. Sword did great. It did like half of HP to Limora. Took down Metagross and put and the gear was like 50% HP. I send out Scrafty. So send out Scrafty, get Intimidate off, which is perfectly fine. I use Head Smash and I Mega Ball, which sets up another Intimidate. They actually withdrew. So they were -2 at that point, so they had no reason to stay. So I send out Scrafty. Which do you prefer, Mega Scrafty, the shiny, or the regular version? I kind of like the regular version, not the purple hoodie. You change the color of Scrafty when it Mega Balls. You change the pants from being green to purple. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I use Head Smash, I take down the Glimora. They're gonna send out the Gyarados to intimidate me. It's okay. Matter, and they're like really low HP. They're like 50% HP. I don't think there's anything that can take me out. So they decide to Dragon Dance this. Why? I don't know. So this one I'm like, this might be a bug. Why would you Dragon Dance there when you're down? And you know I have a super effective move. So I take down the no problem. Perfectly fine. And Scratchy survives. I win. So finally my losing streak ends. My losing streak finally ends. I'm able to rank up a little. Not a lot, but we're able to make some progress. So this time, since I don't have to use the Pokemon I lost with, I can bring whatever I want to the team. So that's another part that made this challenge a little bit hard. I had to use the Pokemon I had just lost to, because obviously it is the most powerful Pokemon, so I have to use it, right? Which obviously it's not that's not the correct it's not correct line of thinking, because it's not the strongest Pokemon. It's just not. It might not be the best Pokemon for the team that I'm battling against. But that is but that is part of the challenge, you know, just trying to be adaptable. That is the challenge. Be adaptable. How well can you adapt? So then the Phoenix goes down. It's like they took 2 hits, 2 solar beams. Elephant comes back in. I'm just spamming solar beam, because why not? Flip turn. They took out my Charizard. That is fine. So then I Lash Respects. I failed to take out the Palafin. Palafin uses Flip Turn. It doesn't do a lot to me. And then I use Lash Respects and I take down the Palafin. So like, alright, cool. We won this battle. Pretty nice. Simple. Oh yeah, so we won this battle. It's like, alright, sweet. We're still winning. We are doing pretty well. So, I won 10 battles with Charizard, so now I'm a Charizard fan, I guess. Yeah, so we won this battle. So now we going against another person. I believe I'm still using the Saint theme. I promise you, at some point in this video, I learned that you can randomize the music and music start changing. So they sent out something. So, alright, perfect, cool. I sent out Sword. Again, a risky play, because just kind of the Samurai just kind of does a lot of damage to Sword. So you see this edge, like see right there, they use the Dark type move, because it would work against Rescue Legion. They use Focus Sash, but they set up the spikes. So it's unfortunate. So now they are a pretty good advantage right here, because they have the spikes up, my Zoroark Evolutions is out, and they can just Sucker Punch my Zoroark. So they decide to Aqua Jet. So I mean, Aqua Jet works as well. That's 2. So they take out my Zoroark. So now I'm on the back end, and I decide to send in Raichu. Raichu's hurt by the spikes. And Aqua Jet's going to do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I do not Mega Evolve here. Not really sure. I want to hit Aqua Jet. It's a lot of damage. Grass Knot takes it out. So like, alright, cool. So now they decide to send in the if they ever decide to communicate. How did I miss this communicating? So they send out Ninetales. Alright, cool. Ninetales. Not a big deal. So I decide to Mega Evolve, and I use Sap Cannon. My Raichu's unfortunately just took too much damage at this point, but there's not really much more I can really do with it. So I'm just like, let's just kind of get as much damage as I can. So it gets to 24, so that's like 76% damage, which is pretty good. They set up the Aurora Bell, unfortunately. So now they take half damage from every single attack. I just go for another Sap Cannon. I'm like, that's fine. I just take out this Ninetales and just put myself in a 1v1. Hopefully I have a favorable outcome. And so then the Ninetales goes down, goes to another Sap Cannon, and then they send out their Fox. Alright, cool. Fox. Not a big deal. It's an okay Pokemon. In my mind, Fox is pretty slow. Not faster than Raichu. In my mind. Keep in mind, I don't know anything about base stats. I just make the slider go up and down. That's as far as I know. I have no idea what Pokemon feats are. I just make sliders go up and down. I'm like, alright, let's see how this works. I'm like, dang it. Well, so unfortunately my Raichu goes down. I'm like, alright, well, this thing should be more than enough. I wait for Wave Crash. I'm faster. It fails to take it out because of the Aurora Bill. I should have used Last Respects. Fox uses Psy Shock, takes out my Basculegion. Oh, it doesn't take out my Basculegion. Oh, I'm misremembering this battle. I thought it was going to take out my Basculegion, but I guess not. But there we go. My Basculegion barely clutched out. I still should have used Last Respect. It would have done more damage. Basculegion barely survives. I defeat you. I defeated you. Did good, I guess. So I used Electric types 50 times. I'm on a win streak bonus. So I'm back to rank 3. Pretty good. Halfway through rank 3. I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, alright, let's get this climb back on. So I get Charizard. So again, I'm doing my Water, Grass, Fire core. Pretty solid core. 9 out of 10 times. Because you're... don't know what you're going on. What you have. Because when you have to choose something, something's going to get hit by it. So I don't know why I went for Sludge Bomb here. By a Mega Ball. I should have just gone for like Grass and Giga Drain. The Grass type move. That would have done neutral damage. Sludge Bomb does not very effective damage. It would have helped my longevity too. So I use Sludge Bomb. It does 25%. I was like, alright, that does some solid damage. I poison it. So I'm like, alright. Well, we need to stall out this outrage. So if we poison it, so we basically negated its leftovers. So I use Protect. I'm like, I need this outrage to be done. I cannot have it keep hitting me with outrage. So it uses outrage. It's protected. And it gets confused. Alright, cool. We're doing well. Leftovers. The poison negates those leftovers things. So now it lost a lot of HP. I went for Earth Power. I should have gone for Giga Drain here. But I mean, hindsight is 20/20, right? So we use outrage again. Does a lot of damage to my Venusaur. I use Earth Power. It fails to take it out, so I see it. I would have gotten like 20 HP back or something like that. It would have done a lot better. So I'm like, alright. So here I'm just trying to like think, what can I do? So I use Protect. I'm like, you gotta stall out this poison. Gotta stall out this poison. That is the main goal. Stall out this poison. It uses outrage. I'm like, alright, that's cool. Leftovers. Poison almost takes it out. I'm like, alright. So even if I fail to take it out, it should go down to poison. Garchomp was confused. It hurt itself. Perfect. So we barely win this battle against the Garchomp. Barely. But unfortunately, my Mega Venusaur took too much damage, so it is on pretty low health. So then they send off Sneasler. They're gonna fake out, so I use Protect. I mean, fake out, bait is fake. It's obvious. So I don't want it to just kind of get a free turn for no reason. So I protect myself against fake out. And honestly, I don't think it really mattered, because I don't think my Venusaur would have done much anyways at that point. Uses Night Slash. takes on my Venusaur. Would have made Mobile Type whatsoever. All things considered, I just stalled out the turn for no reason. So then I send out Charizard. Alright, cool. Charizard comes out. I have Air Slash. Super effective move. It uses Dire Claw. My Charizard gets poisoned, so we're 1 for 1 for poison. I poison it poisons me. Air Slash fails to take out the Sneasler, fortunately. Charizard shot by poison. This Charizard with Will-O-Wisp hurt me so many times. So I'm like, oh, let's use Will-O-Wisp to, disable, to neutralize the threat. It missed every single, I don't think it hit a single Will-O-Wisp in the whole time I used it. Not a single time. The Basculegion, I'm like, well, all my team is down. I'm just trying to see what move will probably be the most effective. I go for Last Respects, pick out the Sneasler. So yeah, so that's 2 Pokemon down. I have my Basculegion, they send out Raichu. I'm like, dang it. So then obviously they Mega Evolve the Raichu to X. So this is one of the few times I saw Raichu X. 13. I used Last Respect, so I outsped it and I took it out. Yes! I took it out. Yes! Let's go. So I defeated this person. I don't even know how to read that name. So we're doing good. We're on a 4-win streak. We're almost out of rank 3. Doing pretty good. Okay, so we got another battle here. This time we have the I guess this person's name is like what? Ra Ra Ra. So they sent out Mimikyu. I sent out Zoroark. This guy says Basculegion. So they obviously, I found Mimikyu players to be very confident of their disguise. To them, their disguise is everything. But obviously, this is good bait because Basculegion is weak to Ghost type, so they get that Sword Dance up. They're going to do a lot of damage. With a Shadow Sneak or whatever. So I go for Bitter Malice again. I outspeed, pick up the Mimikyu. Perfect. Mimikyu's out. One problem solved. Mimikyu's out, and then I decide to go for. They decide to go for Raichu. Alright, that's okay. I have a Sash. I'm gonna do a lot of damage to it. Obviously it's Raichu Wine. What else would it be? I'm going Raichu Wine. So then we go for Sap Cannon. It's fine. I still have my Sash intact. So at least I'm gonna do some damage to it. I get paralyzed. My disguise gets broken, so now they see the Zoroark. Oh, okay. I use Bitter Malice. And I do some solid damage. Alright, sweet. We're doing great. I go for Bitter Malice again, because like this Zoroark is already down, so we go for Volt Switch. They return the Raichu to them. And they sent out... What do they send out again? They sent out a Garchomp. Freaking Garchomp. So I send out Basculegion. So I'm like, I can't send out Raichu yet. Raichu's the only thing I can counter the Raichu. So I go for a flip turn. So I'm like, alright, at least I need to outspeed it a little, break down. Actually, I don't really know what I was thinking here. I should have gone for Wave Crash, because then Raichu could have come in, outsped, and took out both of their Pokemon. Survived one hit from the other Raichu. Because here, they use Earth Type. So I Mega Evolve, my Raichu Y. Go for Focus Blast. I'm like, okay, this should do some solid damage. It has like 40% XP. So I should be able to take it out. I go for Focus Blast, and it fails to take it out. 5%. Dang it. So close. Uses Earthquake. Obviously, with the Sword Dance up, it takes out my Raichu. So there's not... It's just unfortunate. So then I send out Asking Legion again. And yeah, so I decide to go for Last Respects. Like, alright, just get the Last Respects going. Guard Chunk goes down. And then they send out the Raichu again. So I'm like, alright, I got this. I can outspeed this Raichu, hopefully with the Scarf. So far, I've never done it, but this time I did outspeed. So maybe it's a split tie between a Mega Raichu and a Basculegion. But I ended up winning that battle, which is great. Which is great. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see me win. Yeah, so I win this battle. I'm still on the win streak. So I'm on a 5-win streak. I'm at Ultra Ball rank 2. Wait, how did I confuse those? So we're doing pretty well right now. We're doing pretty well. Okay, so this battle, let's see. We get to battle against Prostamol, the Kindler, so fire type specialist. So they sent out Garchomp. I sent out Zoroark, the classic move. Zoroark disguised as Basculegion. So like always, I'm gonna use the good old tried and true using Bitter Malice to attack and lower its attack. And lower its attack. They actually withdraw the Garchomp, which is fine. So they sell Basculegion. They're like, well, my Basculegion can also take the Basculegion. So Bitter Malice, it does a lot of damage to them, basically neutralizing their Basculegion, which is pretty good. I'm like, alright, cool. So they're like, what the heck? What the heck? So far they know I just use a Ghost type move. I mean, it is a signature move, but I use a Ghost type move. I outspeed with my own Zoroark, which is pretty good. So they send out Charizard, which is okay. So here I decide to go again for the good old classic Bitter Malice. So they get a Charizard Y. I decide to... Those animations are so long sometimes. I'm like, it's hard to narrate over them because like, I don't even know what to say. It's evolving. So use the Solar Beam. Still thinking of a Basculegion for some reason. So this shows me something important. Charizard Y outspeeds my Zoroark. So the illusion wears off. I survive with my Sash, which is okay. Charizard takes 40%. So then I'm like, well, my Zoroark did what it needed to do. Let's just see if we get lucky and get another hit off. So we use Heat Wave. It doesn't miss, unfortunately, and Zoroark gets taken down. It's like, okay, so far so good. We neutralize their the Basculegion, which is the biggest threat, and they have Garchomp. So like, alright, well, I can take down the Garchomp pretty easily with this Pokemon and the Venusaur. So I go for Wave Crash, take down the Charizard. I'm like, alright, Basculegion takes some decent damage, not a lot, some okay damage. They send out Garchomp. I'm like, alright, we just, keep using Wave Crash, just damage as much as possible. They can't really take out my Mega Venusaur with a Garchomp. Our rate just 3 turns. I only need 2 to win. But let's just get as much damage as I can on it. Recoil and Rough Skin do a lot of damage on me. They use Earthquake. And that takes out my Basculegion. It's like, dang, unfortunate, but it's okay. So the life orbs, so they're about 50%, which is pretty good for me. I sent out my Venusaur, caught in a luxury ball. It's pretty nice animation. Here, I'm like, alright, I guess I should just go for Giga Drain. I Mega Ball. I go for Giga Drain for longevity. It takes a lot of that. It's going to take a lot of damage to take on this guard jump. So we use Outrage. And the light between the life orb and that outrage damage, they do so much. I use Giga Drain. It survives him 2%. It's like so close. Unfortunately, I just do not have enough HP to survive a guard jump anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just protect. Let's hope we can get it to confuse itself again. Just outrage. Unfortunately, this was a 3-turn outrage, so it does not confuse it. But now they're free of outrage. So we'll use outrage again. Does a lot of damage and takes out my Venusaur. So unfortunately, I lost to a guard jump. I lost to a guard jump, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. So I lost to Crustamole. And my win streak is over. So now we're Ultra Ball Ring 2. So I go to add Garchomp to the team. And I'm battling Y. Just Y. That's that guy's, that's his person name. And they bring Snorlax. I can outright you. I'm like, alright. It's good. Let's go for Mega Ball. Mega Ball, Focus Blast. They're going to do pretty well. If I use Focus Blast, I'm like, alright, let's get some. It does some solid damage, 46%. Actually, 64% is completely backwards. And it has Earthquake. I guess it has Earthquake for any Raichu that it encounters. Ready for them. So then that's unfortunate. So then I send out my Garchomp. I just added. So this Garchomp is the one I use for my doubles team that you guys saw earlier. So it's battle ready. So this is more of a double set, so that's why it has Dragon Claw over Outrage. If I had Outrage, I would have taken it out. If I had Outrage, I would have taken it out, which is really sucks. Because I use a double set instead of the single set, I failed to take out the freaking Snorlax. So then I just keep going. Alright, boy, I gotta keep going for Dragon Claw. Does solid damage, 43%. So then I swap out because I'm like, I can't have my Garchomp fall asleep on me right now. I need it. They withdraw their Snorlax too, so we're both up right now. There's an Primarina. Like, alright, that's okay. I use Last Respects. It's still boosted by 1, not a lot, but it's still boosted with 1 faint because of 1 fainted Pokemon. So it's just to do some damage. I use Last Respects. It does 70%, it's not bad. I use Moonblast. There's a lot of damage to my Basculegion, but that's okay. They use Leftovers, but that's not enough to heal them. I go for Last Respects again. They let me think of Primarina, which is okay. So I could keep it neutral, 1-1, but both our Pokemon, our second Pokemon has taken damage, so we send out Snorlax. So I had to swap out here because I am locked into Last Respects. So I'm locked into Last Respects. So I send back out the Garchomp, use Earthquake, solid damage. All things considered. So then I go back for Dragon Claws. That's my strongest move. I get another 40%. They use John. I'm like, okay, why do you have to let my... I'm like, I just have to take it out. Like, I have to take it out. This Garchomp cannot stay. Whatever they send in. So I take a big Dragon Claw. Take it. Garchomp goes down. I mean, Snorlax goes down. And my Garchomp falls asleep. I'm like, alright, that's fine. It's not a big deal. We just have to, you know, figure it out. So then it's not Charizard. And I use Rock Slide. Like, alright, if I wake up, I take it out. If I don't wake up, it's fine. And hopefully I wake up and take it out. Only won't be this turn because I do have one turn of sleep, guaranteed. So it's just kind of RNG from here on out. So my Garchomp's asleep, which we know was going to happen. I use Solar Beam. Go Sword Sunlight. I survived the hit. I'm like, alright, cool. I survived the hit. I survived the Solar Beam, which is great. So then I decide to go again and use Rock Slide. I'm asleep. And I get taken out by Solar Beam. Solar Beam just hits my Garchomp. That's unfortunate, but that's not the end of it. So then I decide to send out my Basculegion. And here, I think I went for the wrong move here. I went for Last Respects. It should be boosted. It's Stab, Adaptability. It fails to take it out, 21%. Uses Solar Beam. Unfortunately, Basculegion goes down. And here's another one where I had trouble because Charizard and Garchomp are already my team. So I have to add the only other Pokemon I remember seeing, which is the Snorlax. So I had to add Snorlax to the team, which is the same Snorlax I used last time. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's Curse, Rest, Body Slam, Outrage set. So as you can see the Snorlax there. Max HP, max attack, I think, if I remember correctly. I could pull up my Switch and just kind of see what it is, but I'm not going to. So I sent out Sword disguised as Snorlax. I use Bitter Malice. Bitter Malice decides to Mega Evolve into Y. Typical of it to do. I mean, Charizard Y and Raichu Y are like so common in this format. It sucks. It does a lot of damage, unfortunately. I'm not using my Sash. My disguise is broken. And I use Bitter Malice. Classic good old move. It does 40%. So I just go for Hyper Boys, but it outspeeds me, so it uses Dragon Pulse. Takes me out, which is fine. It is fine. It's not a big deal. So here I decided to go for Raichu, because Raichu Y should outspeed the Charizard. At least in my mind it does. Again, I'm not very good with speed tiers or anything like that. I refuse to learn them. I have no need to learn them. I just need to press the big super effective button. That's what I need to do. I don't need to learn speed. I need to click the big button. So it does outspeed and take it out. Okay, cool. We're 1-1. They lost their Mega. I haven't lost my Mega. So far, I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. They sent out Garchomp. I'm like, alright, cool. I built a tank for this specific reason. I sent out Snorlax. So I sent out Snorlax. I'm like, alright, I can take the hit. That's what I built the Snorlax to do. Max HP, max defense, and it does not survive as well. So I'm like, okay, I think I built this wrong. Because I'm like, let's use Curse. Because the whole thing is, I use Curse, Heavy Slam, Body Slam, because I need to have some Stab or Outrage. I don't remember. I literally just saw the thing and I could not read it. So unfortunately, Garchomp just doing too much damage. I cannot tank another hit, fortunately. And my Snorlax is gonna go down to this next turn because the Garchomp just does way too much damage. So here I'm hoping for it to hit itself in confusion so I can survive, get the rest off, and then just kind of go. But unfortunately it does not. So my Snorlax was down. Raichu cannot take down Garchomp, so therefore I lose to Garchomp. And here I just kind of had a problem that I had the both Pokemon that were on their team. I had already had on my team. I had Garchomp and I had Charizard, and I haven't seen the last Pokemon. So I have no idea what I'm gonna add to the team at this point. See, it's not out of confusion. We use Outrage, takes on the Raichu. So yeah, so I lost to 8. So now we're still in rank 2, but we're... Fun fact, you cannot go lower than Ultra Ball rank 2 once you make it to Ultra Ball rank 2. So here in their team they had a Goldingo, so I was like, that seems like the most fun one, so I added it to the team. So that's what I added, because their team just had a Goldingo. I'm like, that seems like the most fun one, so I added Goldingo to the team. So then they sent out Hippo down, I sent out Charizard. They set up Sandstream. I'm like, alright, cool. Let's Mega Ball, and let's just use Solar Beam. Because this is my weather. I control the weather. You don't control the weather. I control the weather. Also, it's crazy. Like some abilities are like Sandstream activates again when Mega Tyranitar when like you set up Tyranitar, you set up Rain, and then with Mega Balls, it sets up the Sandstream again. Like it's crazy how abilities do it twice in this game. They activate twice. It's crazy. And they fulfilled it after me reading them and canceling their weather. So that's pretty good so far. So we finally have a win. So it doesn't look as bad now. Yeah, but this Ultra Ball rank 2, we're just gonna spend a long time here. As you can see, there's still a whole hour here left. So now we're battling against the trainer. I do like how the Pokeballs are different in the belt, depending on what they have. So here they send out Volcarona. I finally have a Volcarona counter. Finally. I refuse to lose to another Volcarona. I refuse. Volcarona has been the bane of my existence the whole time. So it sets up Quiver Dance, which is fine. Air Slash does 80%, 82. So no matter what happens, it cannot out heal me. The leftovers get it back to 34. This is Fire Dance, it just has to attack. At this point, can't really do much. The Sun boosted, special attack boosted. I'm like, alright, cool. But another Air Slash does the trick. Volcarona goes down. I am happy about myself. I finally took down a Volcarona. Did not get swept by one for a third time in this stupid series. so we're doing good. They sent out Marigold, and I go for Flamethrower. I mean, what else? The reason I went for Flamethrover over Heat is I prefer accuracy over power. I mean, I'm hoping that everything else kind of boosts up enough, makes up the power difference. These are Psychic things. I got it down, unfortunately. So, but I'm just kind of hoping that everything else makes up the power difference. So I send out Basculegion. And I go for Last Respects. Probably should have sent Basculegion second. Probably should have sent out Goldingo because it goes. Because it does supposed to take it out. Basculegion does a lot of damage. And here the Metagross has Bullet Punch. So therefore my Basculegion goes down. So probably should have sent up Basculegion second in hindsight, because then I would have taken it out on the with the boost, with the 2-painted Pokemon boost. So then I send out Bingo. And then I go for a Shadow Ball. Use a Bullet Punch just to get as much damage on me as it can. So it knows it's gonna go down this turn. Bingo goes for Shadow Ball. And Mega Metagross is down. So now I have to kind of take out the Basculegion. So they send out Basculegion. So the Basculegion goes for Last Respect. My Gholdengo fails to take it out. So then I have to add another Pokemon to the team. So this is the point where like my Pokemon are starting to match the opponent's Pokemon very well. So I'm just losing to them a lot. Just losing that often to them. So my Pokemon are starting to match their team. So I'm like running out of options here. So I decided to add the Mega Metagross because it's just, that's the only Pokemon that didn't have on my team out of everything they sent out. So then I sent out Metagross. I sent out Charizard. I Mega Evolved the, oh, I did not Mega Evolve the Charizard. But we do evolve the Metagross. Mega Metagross on the field. They use Psychic Feints. My Charizard goes down in one hit, which is unfortunate. Alright, okay, well, let's send out mine. So I Mega Evolve my Mega Metagross. So this is what I get me evolved. So I'm gonna use my Metagross. Mega Metagross is such a nice shining though. I mean, just Metagross in general. Such a nice shining to trade. So use Earthquake, does about 50%. They use Earthquake. That's about 50% as well. I think there's 675, might be 50, so we use Bullet Punch just to get as much damage as I can. They failed to take me out. Even with a crit. Earthquake should be more than enough. So yeah, so I take down the Mega Metagross. Not great, but it's good. They have the Hippowdon, Sense of Sandstream, which doesn't really matter. Because I also have a Steel type, so it doesn't really matter. So I use Ice Punch. It freezes their Hippowdon, which is great. So far, so good. Leftover heals them a little bit, but they're frozen, so you can't do anything. I use Ice Punch again. It's super effective. The Sandstorm doesn't really matter to me. They're still frozen. Oh, they thawed out. I use Earthquake. Take out my Metagross. So that's good. So far, so good. So far, it's okay. We're doing well. I have a Water type in the back. They're low HP. I can just send out Basculegion and just let Basculegion do what Basculegion does. Just click Last Respect. So Basculegion clicks Last Respect and Hippowdon goes down. Buffeted by the Sandstorm. They send out Dragon, which is unfortunate. This is one Pokemon I cannot take out with this Basculegion. No matter what I do, none of my moves can hit it. So, our cool. Basculegion goes down. I believe it's Scarf as well, because it outsped Ice Pokemon. So yeah, so Basculegion goes down. I lose to Sauron. And I'm back to Tier 2. So yeah, so as you can see, you do not lose rank when you when you lose an Ultra Ball tier 2. So here's where I actually learned I can randomize songs. So just an FYI, I did learn eventually you can randomize songs. And I was like, I'm tired of listening to just sing to myself. And I was like, you know what? Let's just randomize the music all together. So I left this thing in just so you guys can see. I did learn you can randomize songs. So therefore, every song should not be the same. So here, I'm playing against this. I think that's Chinese. They sent out their superior. It's probably the only time I saw superior. So this person was trying to do something with their, at least trying to be unique with their team. I will give them that. They were trying. Did they do a good job? Maybe not. They were trying. And that's what matters. They tried. Like everyone else using Mega Raichu. They used Leaf Storm. It doesn't do a lot to my Metagross. For attack, their special attack goes up. I use Ice Punch. It leaves them with 5 HP and I freeze them. That's 2 for 2 so far. Citrus Berry puts them back to 30%, but they are frozen, so unfortunately there's not much they can do here. They are frozen. So I just go for another Ice Punch. It's frozen solid. I take it out superior, minimal damage to my Metagross. So we're doing great. Doing really great. Metagross is ripping. Instead of Delphox. Here, I'm like, okay, Delphox, I'm a bit concerned. And like, I'll just go for Earthquake. No big deal. Unfortunately, I did not predict the Mega Delphox. I forgot it existed. I either forgot it existed or I forgot its ability. Delphox got sent out. It has Levitate. It used Nasty Plot. It knew I was going to go for Earthquake because it's the most predictable move. This Earthquake, it has Levitate. Doesn't affect Delphox. So then I just go for Stab. This is Nasty Plot again. It's like I can survive a hit. For Psychic Fangs into 50%, which is not bad. But unfortunately, that's 2 turns wasted. So it was able to set up, use the flamethrower, and outspeeds. I really underestimate how fast Mega Delphox is. I never knew how fast it is. So then I send out Basculegion. So I'm like, alright, I need to outspeed this and I need to take it out. And if anything, I can just swap into Hydreigon and swap back in. So Delphox goes down to Phantom Specs. So not a big deal, pretty normal. And if Raptor comes in. Okay, why can't we use Phantom Specs here? So I send out Swellius. I'm like, it can't be Mega, so I can't hit it with my Mega. So I need to swap out. It was not a choice. I had to swap out. It was good that I went for Basculegion first, then Swellius. So here I just go for Draco Meteor, so after then my Swellius. So my Swellius goes down, start to take 40% of damage. And I use Wave Crash. That's a lot of damage to my Basculegion. That's a lot of damage to itself. I use Wave Crash. I take out the Staraptor. My Basculegion goes down as well. So essentially a draw, but since I painted them, I get it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool that I was able to get that one in the Pokemon painted. So we're doing great. We're still in rank ball 2. Yeah, so since I was able to win that one, I don't have to add any Pokemon to my team. Now I'm fighting Lewin, the teacher. We sent out Frostlass. I sent out Zoroark, disguised as Basque Legion. Because a lot of people like to use Ghost type moves on Basque Legion, which is fair. I mean, it should be super effective, but unfortunately Zoroark does not care about the Ghost type moves. So that's good for me. Bait out the Ghost type moves on the Ghost type Pokemon. So that's my main goal. So here they use Aurora, which is fine. It's annoying, but it's not a big problem, all things considered. Because my Metagross knows Psychic Blades, so it will take down the veil if needed. Destiny down here, which is fine. Speed of Malice. I take it down. It takes out my Zoroark, so we're 1 for 1. But their Megas, my Megas still on the field. We're still able to go on the field. Their Megas is not. So far we're doing good. I send in my Mega Metagross. So right now my game plan is to send out to get rid of those Psychic Fangs. We cannot Mega Evolve this Staraptor, so that's perfectly fine. I guess here in my mind I'm still waiting for that Mega. So I use Psychic Fangs in order to beat the Mega, but they already Mega up, so I forgot they had Mega already. Even though it had just happened. But I had forgotten they had just Mega. So they use Final Gambit. So they take down my Mega. Their Staraptor goes down as well. So we're 1 for 1. So it's a 1v1. So then I send out Basque Legion. They send me out. Show me Basque Legion first. They send out Arcanine. So obviously, I am pretty happy. Because water beats rock and fire. It survives on 1 HP with the sash. Unfortunately, I take a lot of damage. Using Power Charge, it takes down my Basque Legion. So I accidentally went down. I lost that fight. Fortunately, the Arcanine, the one freaking sash cost me that battle. So now I have to add Arcanine to the team. And they were going for something, and it worked. It worked for them. So I add Arcanine instead of Charizard to the team. It's a pretty interesting team. All Creamy, Aggron, Serena, Aerodactyl, Phoenix. They send out Aggron. I send out Arcanine. Get the Intimidate on. So then I taking my time with this decision. Then I go for Raging Fury. Let's just kind of Raging Fury. Some solid damage with a crit. Use Metal Burst. Solid damage back. So then I'm kind of locked into Raging Fury because it's like a fire type Outrage. Quick Claw activates. I was already faster, so it's not really matter. Raging Fury again. Aggron is barely hanging on. I got a crit. I'm confused. He says his Citrus Berry to restore health. He uses Body Press. And my Arcanine goes down. It's like, okay, dang. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. So I decide to send in Basque Legion. Speed. And I'm going to Flip Turn. So a simple Flip Turn in out. I failed to take out the Aggron, which is unfortunate. It barely survived. So now my Venusaur is going to take some damage. This is a quick turn, just popping into an attack. Metal Burst, which is like a counter, so it does a lot of damage. I Mega Ball, and I go for Giga Drain. I'm like, let's just get one little bit of HP I can. A little bit of HP. Just get as much as I can. Giga Drain. Yeah, so I was able to get a little bit of HP back. So he sent out Aerodactyl. It has Theon Nerve. So then I'm like, alright, we'll just Giga Drain, gets neutral damage. Go for it. Hopefully I can survive a hit. It Mega Balls into Mega Aerodactyl. Psychic Things. It takes out my Venusaur. So then I swapped in my Basculegion. Alright, this is it. Hopefully I can outspeed. I use Wave Crash. He goes for Stone Edge, it misses. I use Wave Crash. And I take out the Aerodactyl. Like, yes! Stone Edge miss. Let's go. I got so lucky there. I mean, it's not luck, it's pure skill. It was 100% luck. So, but they still have one more Pokemon. They still Combo this. So, I'm locked into Wave Crash. So I'm like, alright, well, I just gotta use a Wave Crash. Just do some solid damage. It has the Mummy ability, so it uses my adaptability, damage by recoil. It uses Will-O-Wisp, so therefore I cannot defeat this Rodriguez anymore. They burn me, they took my ability away. That's just not gonna work. And they have no cover, so even a crit will not take me out. So I just have to keep going for Wave Crash. And another Wave Crash does barely any damage, like 20%. They go for Iron Defense. They're just taking me out. Leftovers, so yeah. So this is a recent battle. So unfortunately, they decide to stall me out. Big Crash again. Just kind of hoping for a crit, just anything, any resemblance of life. They go for Shadow Ball. I should have done that like 3 turns ago, honestly. And yeah, Basculegion goes down. But at least thankfully they did not wait for the burn to take me out. So yeah, so I lost to the Gardener. So yeah, so again, I'm lucky you can't go down from tier 2, from rank 2, because if not I would be like down at like rank 4 again. So here is soft checkpoint at Ultra Ball tier rank 2. I keep saying tier, but it's Ultra Ball tier 1 or 3, 2, 1. It's so confusing. I really do not get it. So I sent out this guy's as Arcanine, and this stupid Mascara does not swap out. I don't know why it would stay into an Arcanine. Let me check the boys. He does some solid damage. Hyper Burst again. So I use a Sucker Punch. Okay, took down my Zoroark. Which is fine. Mascara is mostly down now. So I go for Arcanine. And I use Stream Speed. I go. Yeah, super fast. So Stream Speed takes out the Masquerada. Then we already set up King Gambit. I'm like, okay, well, let me use my fire type move from the King Gambit. Why not? So then they decide to do Sucker Punch to get as much damage as they can on my Arcanine. I use Raging Fury, so now I'm locked in. Takes the King Gambit, survives on 2 HP. And now I'm still locked in. They use Sucker Punch again, trying to get that as much damage as they can. Raging Fury. King Gambit goes down. I'm like, alright, cool. I mean, my Arcanine is very weak, but at least I have a couple more, at least still alive. I'm up 1. It's an Art Guard Chomp. I'm still locked into Raging Fury. Guard Chomp outspeeds Arcanine any day of the week. So yeah, so they're trying to see what to lock in to. This is Earthquake. It took them a long time to choose Earthquake on the Rock and Fire Pokemon. Use Earthquake. I send out my Metagross, Mega Evolve, and Ice Punch. Simple, done, out. It's taking them a long time to choose Earthquake. That's what they're gonna do. Barchamp's gonna choose Earthquake or Outrage. Why would you choose something else? Those 2 moves hit almost everything for really hard. So I use Ice Punch, take down the Guard Chomp, and we win this battle. So let's go. Doing well, doing well. So I take down Kai. So we're still at ring 2. We have made no progress. So this is on... We have made like no progress. So now we're going to do this battle. They send out the games now. I send out my Sword. This guy's as a Venusaur. I'm just trying to think what to do. For instance, now it's gonna set up screens. So really, my Sword in this position is not good for my Sword to be here, but it's a little late, so let's just go in the offensive. Gonna set up light screen. So alright, cool. Sets up light screen. I'm like trying to decide, should I have gone for Hyper Voice or Nasty Power? Hyper Voice is 80%. It's like, alright, that's some okay damage. Should I just keep attacking, or should I try to boost up? I used to go for Hyper Voice. Like, alright, another 20%, not bad. Let's just keep going. Just get the scripts knocked down as much as I can. Hyper Voice, another 19%. Use Thunder Punch. It breaks my disguise, which is fine. It's fine. So I go for Hyper Voice again. They're trying to figure out whether they should swap for this or not. Yeah, so this Grim Snow's menace because it was able to like tank most of my hits. So I sent a Pelipper, and it was able to set up with screens, which is bad. With screens, my team can't really do. It reduces a lot of my damage output. Hyper Voice is my strongest attack here, and it's barely doing like 40, which is not bad honestly. It's doing about almost 50 times. And then I am faster, so I'm able to outspeed it. Uses Weather Bomb. So it uses water type. Boost it, stab, the whole shebang. Takes on my Sword. Just fine. So then I'm like, alright, listen up in this one. It's probably the best bet here. A Mega Ball, because that makes me more thinking. And I use Giga Drain. Giga Drain should take out this Pelipper in this range, dealing with the edge screen. Let's send out the Green Snow. It's fine. Not a big deal. And Mega Ball. Venusaur, and I use Mega Drain. It's okay damage. Not the greatest, but it's okay damage. Here I go for Sludge Bomb. Can't set up screens right now, so it has to go for an attack. Sludge Bomb is more than enough to take it out. And then so now the Pelipper's really weak. We have the Swampert, which again, yeah, Venusaur beats Swampert most of the time. I go for Earthquake. I go for Protect here because the Light Stream will rinse out the next turn. So bounce into Mega Swampert. Protect. Uses Ice Punch. I protect myself. So then the rain stops. Not outspeeding me. The Light Stream were off. So everything were off. So I'm in a pretty good position here. They send out the Pelipper again to set up the rain, which is fine. It's not gonna do much. It's not gonna affect the battle much because again, it survived on the Focus Band. Survive on the Pokemon. He can Pelipper survive on Focus Band. That sucks. Because now Pelipper gets to move on. This is Hurricane. Does a lot of damage to the Venusaur. Mega Drain heals back 1 HP. So now I cannot survive Mega Swampert. So that Focus Band cost me the battle. That is a hype moment. Focus Band cost me the battle. It's now my... So here I'm like, just go protect and see what happens. I'm just trying to stall out, go Prince of Rain. And then I'm like, okay, I can't really do much. I'm not healing anything. I'm not stalling 5 turns. I just go for it. It uses Ice Punch. It takes out my Mega Venusaur. So this is the 1 in 10 situations where Swampert beats Mega Venusaur. The 1 in 10 situation. And it's Focus Band Pelipper. So Ace Cash hits my Vespi Legion, takes it out. So then I lose the battle and I have to add Swampert to the team again. Yay! So Swampert takes out my team. That Mega Beam, that Focus Band is gonna haunt me for a long time. So now we're back to rank 2. 0 progress. So I added Swampert to the team. So again, I'm going my Fire, Water, Grass Core. The best bet I have at the moment. I X 100. It's an Corona. I send out Arcanine. And again, I'm on a mission to stop Coronas from sweeping me. It's been happening twice. I don't need it to happen a 3rd time. So I go all out and use Head Smash. No. Take on the Corona. Okay. Let's take down the Corona, which is fine. It's great. Doing great. And then there's another Guard Jump, which is okay. It's not the biggest problem here. I just go for Head Smash again. Use Earthquake. Arcanine pretty much set weight now. I should have gone for Extreme Speed, just gotten some damage off. But it's okay. Arcanine goes down. Swampert comes in. Guard Jump cannot take me out in 1 hit. I Mega Ball. And I go for Ice Punch. Swampert Ice. Mega Ball. Big Chungus. Guard Jump uses Earthquake. Some solid damage. Almost half my HP. I use Ice Punch. Guard Jump survives on 1 HP. We have Focus Sash. So many sashes in this battle. In this game. So now I'm at half HP. Guard Jump is perfect again. My Swampert is use Ice Punch just to do one HP of damage. The Rough Skin takes out my Swampert, unfortunately. I should probably use something like Earthquake in hindsight. But now it's my Venusaur versus the King. They send out the Kangaskhan. Send out Venusaur. So here, obviously, they want to do one thing, and that is the Mega Ball Fake Out. Okay, gotta protect against this. Can I just get 2 hits off for free? Not for free. I just protect. So I protect myself. It just Ice Punch. So that's actually going to do a lot of damage because I'm not playing Venusaur anymore. So I just Touch Bomb. And this battle is pretty much over. Let's look at that. They did 3/4 of my health. 75% of my health in one hit. There's no way I can survive that. Touch Bomb does not do enough. 59%. The remaining Giga Drain. I'm not faster than it, so I can't survive. It's just over. Ice Punch took me out, and I have to add Mega Kangaskhan to the team again. Yeah, so I lost to X 100 or times 100. I don't know how you will pronounce. How will you pronounce that? Would you say X or times? So yeah, so let's do that Ultra Ball. I add Mega Kangaskhan instead of Mega Swampert. And Whip sends out Raichu. I set up Kangaskhan. And here I hold off on Mega Evolving. So I'm like, let's just kind of see what happens. Reacting to the so they'll let you Mega Evolve. I'm just gonna see what happens. I don't want to Mega Evolve yet. I don't want to waste it, just in case. I just Fake Out, fix them out. It's nice. Alright, so that did some solid damage. I'm like, let's Mega Evolve with Sucker Punch. Let's trick them. So I just have to Sucker Punch, and with the 2 hits, it does a really good amount of damage. So that's 1 and 2. So it just barely took them out. I took it out. So it's Mega Evolve. There was 2. So now their Mega's done. My Mega's not even been touched. So Kangaskhan's doing really well. So I play Ed. So here, obviously, they're gonna think he's gonna go for Sucker Punch again. I'm like, let's just get this done. Let's defeat this Floed. So they're trying to see what I'm gonna do, I guess. So they're trying to see if I was gonna Sucker Punch or not. I use Body Slam, because that is my best move at the moment. Because I can't use Fake Out, I can't use Outrage. Sucker Punch makes no sense to use in Fairy type. So 1, 2, barely survives. I used Calm Mind. Thought it was gonna lift better than it did, but it did not. So he raises attack and special defense, and they think okay, this is over. This is over. They realize they lost that. So we're back to a little bit of progress in rank 2 of Ultra Ball. So now this battle, oh my gosh, this battle. So we're fighting against Maki from Chainsaw Man. So they send out Samurott. I sent out Swellow. So I send out my Hydreigon. I decided to lock in into Draco Meteor. And it goes down to Sash, which is okay. Alright, cool. Sash is broken. They can't really do anything to my Swellius with a Samurott anyways. It does have a Life Orb, so I'm taking a lot of damage here. So use Sacred Sword and my Swellius goes down. Or my Hydreigon goes down. I'm like, oh, I That is unfortunate. So I sent out my Arcanine. And here I just go for the quick, simple string speed. Let's not play any games. Let's not do any mind games. Let's just do string speed. Take out this Samurott. Okay. One problem solved. It was not able to set up anything, so that was good. I sent out Klefki. So I'm like, alright, cool. I have a fire type outside right now on the field. We just reflect, which is fine. It's not a big problem. It is annoying, but it's not a problem. At least at the moment, it's not. I do some solid damage, almost 80%, a little bit over 70. So Quick Claw allows me to go first. However, Prankster still outspeeds with the Prankster outspeeds Quick Claw. So the more you know. I become paralyzed and I couldn't move. And I became confused. So I use Raging Fury again. Quick Claw activates again. And Klefki uses Light Screen. So far the reflect has not been a problem. The problem has been my Arcanine deciding to not want to attack this stupid Klefki. That's the problem. So then they withdraw the Klefki. Releasing out Meganium. Raging Fury, so I snapped out of my paralysis. Meganium does it takes a lot of damage, which is great. I'm locked in. They use Mega Evolve. How do you guys like the new Mega Evolutions for the new starters? The Mega Meganium, Mega Pure Alligator, Mega Emboar. I really like Emboar. I really like Shiny Mega Emboar. It's so cool. It's like a old lore, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Which was your favorite of the three new Megas for the starters? Let's see who has the biggest fans. Meganium, Pure Alligator, or Emboar. I'm on the Emboar side. I'm on the Emboar side. And which one do you guys choose when you guys played through Legends CA? I chose Meganium on the first one. I've done a playthrough with all three. So I chose Meganium on my first one. And that was pretty broken, especially in the last battle, because you don't have to get close to them. You can do it from range so that they can't hit your Meganium. So Meganium was very broken in the last battle. But they all work. Well, the last one when I did my Emboar fight, I did a fighting types only. So I only use fighting types and just Mega Lucario, which is kind of blasted through the game at a certain point. Mega Lucario is so strong. So yeah, so I use Earthquake, I beat Knocking, so I beat Chainsaw Man. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know why they struggle with Chainsaw Man. I just beat it in one. So yeah, so again, that clip, that reflect and everything was not a problem. It's just a stupid Klefki was able to somehow outwit my Arcanine every step of the way. So now I'm fighting against Lima, the Ace Trainer. They sent out Raichu. Dear Raichu. I sent out Sword. Sky Suns Metagross. I use Bitter Malice, because I always do. It's reacting. It's interesting that they chose to stay in, because my Mega Metagross would have taken out the Raichu. Sword is on 2 Sash. I get paralyzed. Now let's see if I actually manage to get a hit off. The verdict is my illusion was off. There's so many animations, it takes so long. I get Bitter Malice, I'm able to get an attack off. Does some solid damage. A little bit over 60%. Bitter Malice. Uses that plan again. Takes out my Sword. Which is fine. Not a problem. So I sent in Kingscon. So I'm like, alright, well, this is a simple fake out, not a big deal. If they swap out or they stay in, it's not a concern. Fake out's gonna do great here. So I have their Mega in checkmate basically. Right, shoot flinch, couldn't move. So I guess I went for Sucker Punch. Their Mega couldn't do anything past taking out the sword, which is good. Garchomp comes in. Alright, that's fine. Let's just use Outrage. Let's just get some damage off. They use Outrage. Get some solid damage. I do not want to Mega Evolve mine. Kangaskhan because like my Metagross will be much better Pokemon to Mega Evolve here. So Kangaskhan does some solid damage, almost 80%. The rough skin takes out my Kangaskhan, which is fine. I get a fresh swap in, which is what I need. I send out my Metal Head, and I use Meter Smash because I kind of want to reach. I mean, anything to kill with Garchomp, so I don't use the move that might give me an attack boost for whatever's coming next. So Meteor Man, take out the Garchomp, rough skin, it's fine. Garchomp is down. Now they're gonna send out a new Charizard. So in here, just use Psychic Feints. That is the best move I have for Charizard. They obviously gonna Mega Evolve to Charizard. Why? Oh, actually, they do not Mega Evolve. Oh, they Mega Evolve their Raichu. I forgot about that. They use Air Slash. They miss. So yeah. So that brings the end to part 1. We ended up in Pokémon rank 2. So stay in touch for will I make it to Masterball. So yeah, let me know how you guys liking the series. 3-win streak, not bad. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.